let's talk about how women feel oppressed. Some of them don't even realize it, they just go with it. But some women feel very oppressed. They've been hurt by a man, they've been left by a man, they went through a divorce. I'm being drawn to the MAGA women, which are like the handmaidens, they say, because they just go along whatever with what the white Christian men think. This person is a white woman or a very entitled Christian woman, Catholic woman that thinks that herbs don't stink, and thinks that she's on this little high superior, moral superior to you in your life. And really, it's a constant projection of their insecurities and their little hypocrisy, the religious hypocrisy that they think that they have in their back pocket, that they have a superiority, a little white superior. That's what I want to say, to you and your life. So if you don't fall in line with what the narcissist thinks, a lot of these women, after they've been hurt by a man, they've been divorced, they've been left, they've been abandoned, they trigger that into pain. They trigger that pain into something. But if you question their tactics, when you realize what it is that they're doing, that they don't want to heal, they're still doing other things. They want to rip you off. They think that your money is theirs. And if you don't fuck with that and you don't want to talk to them or whatever, and you don't give them any money, they're mad. And then they try to flip the script and try to make you feel guilty and try to make you angry and try to make you feel like, try to motivate you to manipulate you, is what I want to say. Like that, I put out a thing from Don't Be a Menace, and hurry up and buy. They confuse you and then rush you into doing something, trying to trigger your insecurities so that you do what they want, trying to manipulate you. It's very narcissistic. It's very manipulative and controlling. So be mindful of MAGA women, those handmaidens. Sometimes they're Catholic, they are in the church. They think that they're very entitled because they do what their men say, and if you don't do what they say, then you're just against God, and you're against this, and you're against... Then they double down and try to manipulate you in a different way because they might be throwing spell work on you to control you. And you need to be banishing and protecting to get rid of all those attachments because they are no longer in your energy, and they need to go do with their own energy. So if somebody is constantly projecting how they feel onto you and not looking at themselves, what does that say? They are unhealed and don't want to be all their shit to come out to the surface. They think that they're perfect. They think that they're little handmaidens, Even if they're not with anybody, they still carry that with them because they're parents. Their parents are Christian. Their parents are Catholic, so they have this little moral superiority that they think that they are. A little holier than thou when they're addicted to blah, 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 blah. Overindulging on blah, 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 blah. So, you think that everybody's supposed to do what you say, narcissists? Female narcissists? Some of these narcissistic people are women. I'm sorry, it's true. Not all of them, but some of them are. And unless you're willing to look at what you're doing and try to heal that, and always telling people what they're doing wrong, then, where are you coming from? Why? Why am I listening to what you say when you're still overindulging on X, Y, and Z? No. This person wants to gaslight you into conforming, because it's called conditioning. They're trying to condition you. If I don't do what you say, then I'm wrong. So now I'm going to try to manipulate you because I think that I'm a little moral superior. A little moral superiority, a little white superior. No, you're not. Sorry, honey. Reality check. Not over here. And sometimes they try to use spell work to motivate you, to gaslight you, to fuck up your free will, to do what they want because they're little handmaidens and they think that you should follow them. They're the little superiors. No, you're not. My twin flame's mother, the most narcissistic woman in the world. She is Christian, but she was raised Mormon or something. Never apologized about what she would do. She would start fights with him and all kinds of things. She would do things and never apologize to him. She was neglectful and evil. And when I told him, like, do you realize what your mother's doing to you? And then he started fighting with her about how she was acting and how she never apologized for anything. She was rude and mean to him, and he started to realize what she was doing. And then they would fight. Like, they would fight. But he blamed me for it later. She would tell him, just for instance, somebody filed bankruptcy or something, I don't remember. And then, and he never found out. So he found out a different way, like he went online and looked or something. And he found out, and she said, that's none of your business. Her own son, like. And then he would get so frustrated, he would block her for months. Anyway, after we broke up, he blamed me. Isn't that narcissistic? Is that projection? Yes, because he should have been blaming his own mother. So that person needs to go blame their parents where this shit started and stop trying to project their insecurities onto everybody else. If you're not willing to look at your own shit, when you point the finger, you got 3 pointing back at you, honey. You got 3 pointing back at you. See that? See that? So look at yourself first, bitch. Heal yourself is what I just heard. 666. You want your victory? 618. You want your victory? Work on your inner fucking healing. I don't want to hear about your narcissism on here at all. I don't care. I'm going to clock it. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't affect me. I do not care. You are not going to manipulate me ever at all. No. I might allow it for a little while to see what your true intentions are, but after that, I don't care. No.